Divide fractions. Well, in middle school and even in grade 9, I have seen sometimes students struggling to divide, multiply, add and subtract fractions. Well, the operations with fractions have always been difficult, right? Now, let's try to understand them. Now, here we have three examples where we are dividing one fraction with the other. Divide is actually a reciprocal of multiplication, right? So first step always in this type of a question is to write it in the multiplication form. So we will do it like this. We'll change this to like 2 over 3 times, and the reciprocal of this is 7 over 5. So just flip the term which is after divide, right? Divide by 2, for example, will be multiplied by half. Divide by 5 over 7 is multiplied by 7 over 5, okay? So similarly, we'll do for all others, but let me do one first for you. So that one is equal to this, correct? Now here, as you know, with multiply, what do? We multiply the numerators and we multiply the denominators, correct? Before multiplication, it is better to simplify further if possible, correct? In this case, all are prime numbers, so nothing can be simplified further. So let's just multiply and get our answer. 2 times 7 is 14, so we get 14 on the top, and 3 times 5 is 15, and that is how we can get it in the most simplest form. Let's do the same thing here. So this time you do it before me, okay? And check whether I'm doing it correctly or not. So here we have 3 over 4, so write the first term as it is. And with divide, you will write multiply with reciprocal. So flip it. So 10 goes on the top and 9 comes in the denominator. 10 becomes numerator now. At this stage, you can see, well, we can simplify it, right? How can you simplify it? We have 3 and 9 here, and both can be simplified. They can be both divided by 3. So if I divide 3 by 3, I get 1. And if I divide 9 by 3, I get 3. So that is how I have simplified these two. And similarly, I can simplify 4 and 10 also, because both are even and they can be divided by 2. So 2 times 2 is 4 and 2 times 5 is 10. So I prefer to show it like this and do it at this stage. If I do it here, then I get my answer straight away. My answer here is 5 times 1 is 5 and 3 times 2 is 6. So that's my answer for this. Well, I have also seen students multiplying first and then simplifying. That is not wrong. I shouldn't say that that is wrong. That is also correct, but then you have to deal with bigger numbers. So I would like you to avoid those big numbers, okay? So if you do that, let us say you didn't cancel it. In that case, what will you get? You will get 3 times 10 as 30, right? So you will get 30 over 4 times 9 as 36, if you do like that, correct? Now you have to simplify it. So you have to simplify from bigger numbers, right? So both can be simplified, and as we did last time, we can do it again. So both could be divided by 6, right? 6 times 5 and 6 times 6, and you get the same answer. Do you see this? So this is an alternate way, right? So this is alternate, right? But I prefer this side, right? This is second priority. This is top priority, correct? So you will see you're dealing with much smaller numbers and getting your result very fast. So here you can make mistakes, right? Here lesser mistakes, correct? Go with that. Now let's do the next one. There I have taken mixed fractions. So first thing you should know how to write mixed numbers as improper, right? So to write them as improper fractions, you have to multiply 2 times 4 and then add 1, right? 2 times 4 is 8, 8 plus 1 is 9. So I can write this as 9 over 4. And then divide becomes multiply, and we have to do reciprocal of this. We get 10 over 3. Is it okay? So because I prefer the first technique, I will follow the first technique here, okay? Now 9 and 3, okay. So we can divide this by 3, getting 1 here, divide by 3. 3 times 3 is 9. And 4 and 10, I can divide both by 2, correct? So 2 times 2 is 4 and 2 times 5 is 10. Now you can multiply the numerators and the denominators. So 3 times 5 is 15 and 2 times 1 is 2, so that is your answer. So do you understand how to do division for fractions? First step is, well, if you have a mixed type of a number, then you need to write it as improper fraction. That's the first step, right? If not, then the next step is go to the next step, which is change divide into multiply, right? Which is by writing multiplication of a reciprocal number. So flip this number, right? And you get. The third step is simplify at this stage, because now you got more numbers to simplify. So you can use all of them. All numerators stand on one side and all denominators are on the other side. Then simplify, as I've shown here, right? Once you simplify, then you multiply and write your answer. Well, some students don't simplify at this stage. They will just multiply and write down and then try to simplify. Correct? Well, that is tricky and sometimes can yield wrong results. Okay. I hope you understand the method which I have followed, and if you have any difficulty, write down your comments and then we can discuss them. Thank you.